So hey, I'm Shadow Weavile. I'm back doing a little more Pokemon Run and Bun. We just got our encounters over here in Dewford, so now we're just going to be leveling everyone up, and we're going to be moving along, going through Granite Cave. First, let me double check everyone's level here. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just need to get everyone to 17. Alright, so Penguin finally gets something a little better than Bubble for their water move. And we have Prinplup now. Nice. Final Claw isn't bad, at least not compared to Pound. Alrighty. Let's get Surskit leveled up here. And we finally get Struggle Bug. Always nice to have something to lower the special attack. I don't think Sweet Scent is really going to do much for us, but this certainly does more than Bubble since we already have Bubble Beam. Don't think Pidgey's going to do too much for us here. We do at least get a Pidgeotto early on. Maybe you can do something against Brawly. Just taking a drink of water there. Alright. Now Feather Dance could actually potentially be decent. So we'll just cut Sand Attack for that. Because I am not relying on Sand Attack. Flame Wheel, yes. Goodbye, Ember. And Fire Spin. Fire Spin has maybe a little bit of a niche once I get Morning Sun. If I can maul something, it's probably more useful than Tail Whip. I mean, if that lowered something's defense by 2, I might want to keep it, but as it is now, nah. Alright, so that's everyone in the party up to 17. Let's get our new encounters leveled up here. Alright, so first Chewy. Got Ice Fang. You know, the moves like Jaw Lock and Ice Fang and stuff are why I don't really hate Strong Jaw on the Jewels and Dreadnoughts. It can make damage ranges a little more forgiving, but at the same time, not having to worry about crit it's guaranteed is definitely going to make planning easier. Just get rid of Bubble, the Bubble Beam. Alright. Upper will just get you up to 17. Covet will actually be kind of nice here. Tackle is a stab move. May as well have both, since Lear's not really going to be doing much for us. We can keep Bite for coverage too. Don't have to keep all of those forever, certainly. Now we get hurt here. Unfortunately, as we saw when we caught it last time, it's just the Sand Rush version. I feel a lot more comfortable right now if this did have Intimidate. Alright. Now we can get Whiskers here, leveled up a bit. There we go. Fake out. Double Slap is weird to calc around, but it's something. I do like that it has Rock Smash. Well, honestly, Double Slap has a chance to do less than Pound. And I'm probably just using Rock Smash anyway. By the time we factor in stab and everything, probably better. Especially once you attack twice into lowered defense. There, okay. So, let me just update the sets we have. Back into the calculator it goes. And now we just have to find out how we beat the fisherman. So, first question is, the damage calculator doesn't really care what crits do. If crits are only against shell armor, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. So how much does a Roar Beam do to execute? With a crit, that does a lot. Even without a crit, that can do more than half. Jeez. On the other hand, Bullet Seed. As long as Bullet Seed hits more than twice, it's a guaranteed OCO. Interesting. Probably don't want to bring in Pidgeotto here. Yeah, no. Infu, you probably don't want to do much against Psybeam, huh? No. Dollar, what are you doing? Water Pulse is the most damaging thing here. Well, honestly, after a light screen. Oh. Crits ignore light screen, huh? Well, either way, I think instead of going light screen, I'm probably better off just throwing struggle bugs at it. Yeah, throw 3 struggle bugs at it. As long as it doesn't get multi-crits, I should be fine. Okay, yeah. I think I have a plan for starting. Now against Doppler, I don't imagine. Yeah, I don't imagine it's going to be sending in Lombre. Imagine Arcuda here. Yeah, Arcuda here is probably going to be the one coming in. Because assuming neither of them see kills, I'm not faster than either of them. I'm doing a lot more on Lombre than it does to me. Arcuda can say the same actually though. Yeah, so maybe they just come out in party order. Maybe it does send out Lombre first. I can't do as much of that seismic toss as I'd love to. Okay. Is there an easy out here against Lombre? Mostly execute. Doesn't really take much or much of anything, really. Let's see, it doesn't do a ton, especially if it does 2 hits. But it's Giga Drain, even though crit doesn't heal that much. So probably okay. Alright. Wondering, how much does Peck do against execute? It can do a fair amount. Bullet Seed also does a lot to Arcuda though. Okay. So with Lombre, what are other options here? Giga Drain does a lot. Right here. Surskit. And Giga Drain does a lot to Surskit. Primflop. Giga Drain does a lot to you. A Pidgeot can take a fair bit from Bubble Beam there, as much as Air Cutter does. So there's a chance we just stand with Dollar. But I'll save execute for Arcuda. I know I'm taking a bit of time to plan this, but just want to be careful here. This isn't the best box, but having Intimidate on Masquerade and a Shell Armor can give me options later. Mainfu is going to be good against Brawly, so I do have options. Dollar. Quite like having Dollar. Okay, so yeah, Lombre. Just send in execute against Lombre. Maybe that's just the easiest thing. Or maybe Air Cutter. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just swap in Pidgeot for Air Cutter there. Alright. Then against Air Cutter we can have execute. And then, since we're, in case we need to bait certain moves, want to bring in our Shell Armor on. Plup can be a good backup against Arcuda. And Mainfu with Fake Out and Regenerator can definitely be helpful. Cool. And we aren't worried about status except for Confusion, so everybody can just bring an Oranberry. Alright. So Dollar first, then Pidgeot. Then Execute, then Shootle, then Primflop to Mainfu. berries. So now we just battle the fisherman. Excuse me. Cobalt. Struggle Bug's gonna do more for us than Light Screen here. There we go. So let me just double check. I'm at 35, so I want to make sure crits can't kill me. It's at -1. Whoa, okay, well, there's the crit. And that's why we keep track. Alright, it's at -2. Don't think I'll need to keep track anymore. I'm at 30. Water Pulse crits. Still doesn't one-shot. Alright. No confusion. Alright. So it does send in Aracuda. Probably sees a kill with Pack, huh? Because I'm at 24. Surprisingly, Bite does do more damage. Yeah. Alright, so with Bite, it almost never OHKOs there. Yeah, Bite has to literally get a max roll crit to kill, so he should be good. Even if it crits, there's a smaller chance it gets a max roll. Do we just set up Reflect here? I think that might be the best thing, because we're swapping Execute into Bite and it can do a lot. Alright, yeah. We're just gonna set up a Reflect. No flinch. No flinch. Alright. Your turn, Scramble. Alright. So Scramble's out now, and we're at 42. Nice. Okay, so we do have Reflect up. Bite still does the most damage on a crit. Non-crit, it ain't doing much at all. So, just Bullet Seed here. No flinch, please. Nice. And we get the third hit. We can. Even got an unnecessary crit. Next, at 34 HP though. Still Reflect up. Most it can do to me is Seismic Toss, which only does 13. Oh wait, wasn't considering crits. So it should Seismic Toss here, but Giga Drain can potentially do something. Guess. I don't need to. I don't need to try and status it since it has a Lumberry. I'll just do Bullet Seed and see what happens. So yeah, it's gonna seismic toss. Random crit, okay. And maybe we can get all 5 hits. We got the 4th. Alright, we did get the 5th. Nice. Well, shouldn't be able to kill me from here. Teeter dance is interesting. Probably still doesn't kill even after I hit a confusion. Nice. Alright, and that's the fisherman down. No trouble. So I'm just gonna go heal up. Now, I know I spent a lot of time in the damage calculator in that last one compared to how early the fight is. But for this next one, I'm just gonna give the other guys orange berries. And Brunblob's gonna sweep this next fight. Let's see, there should be a heart scale here. Yes, there it is. I don't really need it, but I think there's a dive bubble here. Yeah, dive bubble, okay. You gotta stop worrying about what fishermen do on the toilet. A penguin. Goodbye to level. Yeah, my Wild can't even lower our attack here. And yeah, we just two-shot it with Bubble Beam. Oh, okay. Interesting random crit. We got a pointless one of our own. Or 33. Okay, so Munchlax is out here, and yeah, speed, even after Solid Berry, right? Yeah, even if Solid Berry gave +2, we would outspeed. So we just Bubble Beam it into Oblivion here. Random speed drop. Yeah, we always deal enough to kill with Bubble Beam. Congratulations, your speed is back to normal. And Sandy Gast, you just immediately died to Bubble Beam. Water compaction is great until you realize you get one shot. There we go. Alrighty, so before we go in there, I'm just gonna put the repellent on, because we're actually gonna delay the cave encounter here. to see if we can get a Pokemon with static. I don't really see myself using Flash, but... Alright. Rock Blast team could potentially be helpful. It's just always weird to calc around potentially having to only get those 2 hits. I know it's not super likely, but it's certainly more likely than a crit. Everstone is a nice little convenience for when we're delaying Pokemon. Nevermelt Ice. That could actually potentially help with Ice Fang. And there's nothing in these, right? No? Okay. Hello, Steven. It's hard to use defog in a lot of places here, but you know, if you get the chance to when they have screens up. Jeez. Not sure why I picked Bing. Had dinner not that long ago, but long enough. Long enough that I shouldn't be hiccuping now. I don't know. Anyway, we have what we need there. So now we're gonna go on to the next route, and we're gonna catch our next encounter. I do want to pick up this item real quick here. There we go. Don't really have any ground type moves right now, but I want to pick that up before I forget. Now, let's see. There were Compound Ice Pokemon in the front. Yep, Scramble's here for status. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, Jewel. Okay, so that's a Duke. We can just run. Give it another shot. What do we have here? Yes, Tortuga. We definitely need a normal resist for Brawly, so very glad to have that. Now, let's make sure we don't struggle bug. Nah, I don't need to reflect or anything. We'll just go ahead and switch in Scramble real quick. Ah, Whirlpool. Now we should be fine. I'm gonna try and put it to sleep, though. Nice. We do still have an orange berry on it, so if push comes to shove, we'll still be fine. Just name you Shelly. I know, I'm so creative with the nicknames. so now let's head back. Alright, and let's see what Shelly can offer to us. It's already a normal resist, so that's good. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about our encounters now. Having Mianfu's good. People have said that it's not great later on, that it falls off, but like, I don't know. I haven't gotten to late game myself or anything, but it kind of feels like a Pokemon with access to Fake Out and Regenerator probably has some use in a fair number of lines. Alright, Shelly, what you got for us? No item or anything? I don't think you can. Oh, right, hold on. I need to grab everyone else's items before I forget. Let's get Shelly in here and check the stats and everything. Alright, now, let's see, and the ability, Swift Swim, dang it. Yeah, if we look at the abilities Tortuga can have, yeah, it's either Swift Swim or Solid Rock, and Solid Rock is by far the preferred one. Swift Swim isn't bad though, but Solid Rock can really do a lot. Even still, it has access to a lot of stuff we would want. Hasty Nature, I think that's plus speed, right? Plus speed minus defense. That's a weird nature for a Tortuga, but plus speed is never too bad. Ooh. Well, if we look at the IVs are really not bad. Decent bulk IVs, especially in HP. Not great attack, unfortunately, but with plus speed and 31 IVs in speed, this may actually outspeed more things than I would normally expect it to. Unfortunately, with minus defense and no Solid Rock, not gonna do a ton. May not do as much as we were hoping defensively, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get it leveled up. So, as far as bite goes, it's definitely better coverage than Mudslap of all things. So yeah, let's get Mudslap out of here. Block. I mean, nah, the AI almost never switches out, and it can still get past block with the ways it does. There we go. Okay, so, got Shelly on the team now, and even if it doesn't have, like, the perfect ability, it, like I said, still absolutely usable. Alright, so we'll just save. Let's get scripting open. There we go. Alright, so now we can just throw our sets in here. And that's weird. Oh, duh, I didn't export. I just copied what was already in there. There we go. Okay, so next trainer we have is Tuber Chandler. This shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Alright, so smooch him over here. Lovely Kiss was asleep, right? Yeah, fall asleep. 75 accuracy. Okay, so what do we have that can take out Smooch easily? What can you do? Oh, Rock Smash does a lot. Oh, fake out into Rock Smash is a guaranteed kill. Nice. Because yeah, 24 and 16. Okay. Yeah. That is always at least exactly a kill. Nice. Okay, so Manfu first it is. I don't know who they switch into it. Let's see. So they're both faster. Okay, doesn't see it doing more damage. Neither of them see themselves doing more damage, so I guess it goes in party order. Swaps an Elikin. Okay, so yeah, they won't see one shots. They won't see themselves doing more damage than me. They're both faster, so it just swaps an Elekid. Okay, so against Elekid, I can probably stay in for at least one Rock Smash. When we swap out against Elekid, it has Fire Punch. It's going to be Shockwaving against Manfu, so I don't want to switch in a Water type. That's nice. Rapidash actually doesn't take much from it, and can do a lot to it. Okay, cool. Or Ponyta, I mean. And as far as Magnet goes, do more to it with Stomp. Of course it can Mach Punch us. Confuse Reyes, but yeah. Should be pretty good against Magni, and I think worst case scenario, yeah, Prinpluff's got this covered. And it never two-shots us unless Confused Ray Shenanigans happen. Prinpluff covers it. Okay. Brick Break can do 60% against a Chrono Tortuga. That's why Solid Rock is so good. Let's see if we had... Where is Solid Rock here? There it is. Yeah, if we had Solid Rock, those damage ranges would be a lot more favorable. Regardless, Smackdown really does a lot. Smackdown really does a lot. Aqua Jet, it sees itself as faster, so it will never use Mach Punch. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can bring him as a backup. I think Choodle is also a good backup here. And something that can potentially deal with Elekid. that's got Fire Punch. I think Executes probably our best chance there if something too weird happens. Because Doppler can take a lot. Not as much as you'd think, but still a lot. We don't need to lower its. We don't need to lower its special attack either. Struggle Bug. Okay, well, that's the team. Let's grab them. Maybe I'm over for preparing for these just a little bit, but better safe than sorry. And first, Hello Hearts, Prinflop, Execute the bag, Jay over here, and Tortuga. Cool. Alright, just take a seat over here, and we can just give everyone, we don't really have to worry about, don't have to worry about sleep from this, and this probably doesn't go for Fire Punch or Ice Punch, the Whirlipede doesn't, so we don't really have to worry about much here, except for berries maybe getting incinerated, so we're just going to go for 1 berries on everyone. I am glad we rolled that Tortuga, but man, Shelly not having Solid Rock is, it's always a shame to see, but honestly with the sheer amount of speed it has, maybe Swift Swim comes in handy. I'd honestly be a little surprised at some. I might end up being surprised at some things this can outspeed. There, Chandler. Yeah, just fake out into Rock Smash and we're good. Well, Ellicad. So yeah, we can stay in and get in the Rock Smash here. There we go. Alright. So, Generator, thank you for doing your thing. Hans's gonna come in. Okay. Remind me of, yeah, Flame Wheel did do the most here. Okay, cool. It's probably just Vital Spirit. We're good. So, quick question, I'm at 24, can anything it's gonna do to me ever kill? Ironically, it might incinerate here. Well, maybe a Confuse Raise me, but Confusion isn't gonna kill me from here. Oof. Crit Brick Break does have a chance to OHKO. Oh, I still haven't shown this Reflect being up. Okay, no, so it always Brick Breaks here. And a Crit Brick Break does have a chance to OHKO. It's in my favor. After Stomp Flinch was probably fine, but honestly, I think I just need to switch to make it safe, because Prinflop should have us covered. And I'm curious about Whiskers, who's at 43 HP though. Break's never gonna do too much. Yeah, we're good to switch in whiskers for a quick. Just for a quick fake out here. So it does confuse Ray. Well, the most Incinerate can do is 31. We should be good. Darn. Yeah, don't give up Thornberry either. That's fine. It'll probably Incinerate again, so we just go into Penguin over here. And we Bubble Beam. Break through the confusion. Nice. Alright. And we're good. Alright. Well, a couple of Warnberries got used up, but they are disposable in the extreme. Alright, so let's just, while we're traveling, make sure the damage calculator is back to normal and doesn't have Reflect up for us. Okay. There we go. So who's up next? It is Tuber Lola. Oh, sounds like we're back. Okay, we are. So let's just heal, grab the items. Oops. Here we go. There. Alright, so against Tuber Lola, I don't imagine we should have too many issues here. Yeah, Legender here. I'm coming in with Penguin, and Bubble Beam has a decent chance to just one-shot this. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. Okay, what about Tortuga? Oh, SmackDown always KOs this, and it ain't doing much to me. Okay, so yeah, Tortuga just destroys Legender. Herdier comes in. It's gonna intimidate me. Yeah, after the intimidate, I'm not really doing a lot here. Well, SmackDown doesn't do terrible damage. Should be able to afford to take one Rock Smash at least. Well, anyway, at that point, we probably just want to bring in Anfu, not die to anything, and fake out into Rock Smash, unless we're in danger of dying, should be good. So yeah, there we go. Tortuga, Anfu, and then we'll just bring in, here we go, our Shellar, dollar for some bulk, screens if necessary, because it's just strong, and haunts for speed. Okay, cool. Don't really need to spend a bunch of time on that one. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so Tortuga first, then Mienfoo. There you go, Shelly. There you go, Whiskers. We can go in the back. Oh, Dollar can replace Execute here. There we just go ahead and give everyone orange berries.
Sailor Edmund. There's Fletchender. Here's Shelly. And we just smack you down. But even at 42 HP, not that it does, most it can do is a natural crit headbutt, which doesn't KO. Okay, I am, yeah, well, it goes away when I switch out. I am good to just, oh wait, that was moved through. Okay, now most it can do is a natural rock smash, which still doesn't KO. Okay, so yeah, Smackdown doesn't do as much as I'd hope. I can just bite into this. Yeah, bite's better here. Well, that puts me to 32 and at -1 defense. So now, most it can do is that max roll crit rock smash, which still doesn't KO actually. Interesting. Well, now my defense is at -2. I go to 30 HP. Now at -2 defense, I am sure. Yes, a crit rock smash has a little less than equivalent chance of killing me. So we're just going to go into Manfu here, who can fake out. Smash is guaranteed to do a little more than half, which it is at, so we are good. Alright, there we go. That Sailor is our next trainer there. Just reset damage count here. And let's see, who do we want against Sailor Edmund's Wingull? Closer look at that, grab the items. Like I said, I will forget. against Wingull. Tortuga, what are you doing? So duration Mornberry, 18. Now, ironically, if it starts up Rain Dance, we're gonna outspeed it. Shockwave can do a lot here, but Smackdown always KOs. Yeah, I'll show kills. I'll show it the kill, and I'll take the kill. We're good. Tortugas go against Wingull. After it's done a lot of damage to me. I'm switching out in pursuit of crits. Should be fine, okay. Okay, yeah, so both of them are faster than me. It's probably just gonna send in Floatzel here. No, it probably wants to send in Pidgeotto because it's faster and deals more damage than it takes. Whereas Floatzel probably doesn't see a kill on me. Unless Shockwave does a lot. Of course, if it does too much, I eat the Oranberry. Nah, it'll send in Palpitoad. So, against Palpitoad, I'll probably just switch and execute here. It's probably using Mud Shot against Tortuga. So, let's say I'm at -1 speed. Sludge can kind of destroy me, actually. Even though I'm not a 2-hit Bullet Seed. Nah, I can't rely on that for no KO on 2 hits, even though it probably doesn't get it. Maybe I need something different against Palpitoad. Dollar, what have you got for us? Well, it's relying on special attack. Even with crits, it can't do all that much, and Struggle Bug's gonna just be chunking it down, so maybe we just go for that? Yeah, that seems safe. Ish. I'm gonna have to be careful about Pursuit. Weasel. Cause, yeah. Well, I have to be careful. Okay, on Weasel. Ringoberry is gonna make things hard for us here. See, the combination of Priority, Sonic Boom, and Pursuit makes this rough for me. Mainfu, what are you doing against Weasel? Not outspeeding. I think that's nice, but... See, I'm not even looking at crits on Water Pulse or Aqua Jet right now. Well, I have a feeling it may just go for Sonic Boom. Maybe it doesn't. Pidgeotto, what are you doing? As much as I'd hope. You can't get crit at all. But Sonic Boom doesn't really care about that. Haunts, of course, ain't gonna hold up long there. Surskit, can you do Struggle Bug? Could be interesting. Or see, maybe you. If it hits more than twice with Sonic, if it hits a second time with Sonic Boom, we're in trouble. Is there a way I can, like, have Mainfu switch in, fake it out, and pivot into something? Because unless Mainfu is at, like, super low HP, it's probably not going to try and pursue it.
Probably just tries to water pulse. I throw it into Primplop, maybe. Against Weasel, we're probably just going to have to do some pivoting between Infu, Primplop. Execute's rough because, man, Pursuit can do a lot to it because of the psychic typing. Honestly, Pidgeotto can Feather Dance, and that can help with Pursuit. Although I'd probably just try an Air Cutter. Herdier and none of them are doing great things against Weasel, so I think we just bring in Herdier and Pidgeotto here as potentially expendable encounters. Not that I want to be making sacrifices now, but they don't do much less than anyone else, so might as well. Okay, so yeah, Tortuga first. More Dottler in here for Palpitoad. Gotta have Minfood. Primplop mainly. And then we bring in the expendables. Yeah, Sandrush, Herdier, and Pidgeotto. Nah, we are not too grief-stricken if they end up on the wrong side of the graveyard. Still giving everyone Oran Berries. Technically, it might be a little easier to plan the encounters if I hadn't delayed Petal Burp, but like, if I happen to get the late game, it can be so good. I want to double check the order. Yes, we just smacked down one goal. Alright, Shelly, time to shine. Oh, it just rain dances. Interesting. I guess we're saying this is in the rain. It sends out Weasel immediately. Okay. Fair enough with Swift Swim. So, what do we do here? Water Pulse could potentially do a lot. If it does, if it crits, if it does, say it deals 46, puts us at 4, going to 14, puts us at 28%. At that point, Pursuit, we're switching out. Crit Pursuit definitely deals enough. At least most of the time. But it's not guaranteed to go for Pursuit. So yeah, I think we should be able to dodge that enough to get in one smackdown.
no confusion, please. Nice, got the best of both worlds there. Got the Oranberry, no confusion. Alright. That kind of stalls the turn of rain for us for a bit. So now, let's go for sending in Whiskers. That may have been dangerous. Does water pulse crit ever kill? Nah, not really. Okay. Well, it's still raining, so we'll just fake out here. Alright, so 28 health. We are still in danger here of water pulse crits, especially in the rain, so I think we just go ahead and switch to Primplop. Nice, the rain stopped. Okay, so we're not in the rain anymore. Primplop's over here, sitting at 46 health. Whoops. Okay, so it doesn't pursue right now, of course. Could deal a fair bit if it did. Regardless, I think we just Bubble Beam here instead of Plug. Yeah, Bubble Beam has the better damage rolls, so... just Sonic Booms. Nice, nice. Okay, so it's in then Palpitoad and we're at 36. So, question is, are we in danger here? No, even Mudshot Crit doesn't one-hit KO. Only has a Lumberry, so we're just gonna Bubble Beam. Now at 27 health, I think we're not. No, Mudshot Crit still can't KO us. It only has a slight chance to a KO. It goes for Rain. Well, that does help this roll. With Bubble Beam. Nice. Think about the guy's having some issues. Alright, now let's get back and heal up again. I'd like to see if we can get through the museum grunts. Okay. Get everyone in here. Back. Okay, so next we just have the fisherman with a bunch of bugs. Okay, let me grab everyone's items back. There we go. Okay, so now against this fisherman, does Pidgeotto do something for us here? Well, yeah, Pidgeotto outspeeds, one-shots with Air Cutter, against Caterpie, against Wurmple, it does the same, or against Weedle, against Wurmple, yeah, same here. Now Scatterbug
cutter isn't a guaranteed one-shot. As far as Blip Bug goes, air cutter doesn't one-shot there, but Struggle Bug cannot do very much to us at all. Okay, so yeah, as weird as it is, congrats Pidgeot. You sweep one of the easiest trainers in the game. Won't even give you a berry because you don't need it. So these are Tours, Sailor and stuff. Okay. I imagine we'll have much more trouble with the trainers coming up. Not that that's a high bar compared to sweeping everything with Pidgeotto's air cutter. Come on, bird. You were born for this. Flip back. Man, talk about power creep through the generations. Pidgeotto can't even one-shot a first form for bug Pokemon with Air Cutter anymore. That special attack actually is lowered, so maybe I have to use it more than once here. See, against the Weedle, they're from the same generation, but at least then Pidgeotto had to have its stats lowered. Scatterbug. Hey, I just need to make absolutely sure that the Scatterbug against Pidgeotto at 23 health never KOs. Just have to make sure. No, it does not. Come on, Air Cutter, get one of those more likely criticals. No, okay. Congratulations, Burb. It took most of your strength, but you managed to sweep a team of only bugs. Only first form bugs. Okay, so the next one we have over here is Tuberiki. So it's gonna start out with Apalm here. It's got Fake Out, Area Lace, Sand Attack, and Double Hit. So my question is whether Mingfu outspeeds this thing. Oh, we're back, okay. We'll just heal Burp up real quick. It does not, so even if we go Fake Out, not much comes of it. Meanwhile, between Fake Out and Double Hit, we could get messed up. Okay. Doppler, what are you doing here? Not a ton, not a ton. Judy? Well, Judy doesn't have to worry about crits, so there's that. Our pulse actually does a decent amount. Penguin, Bubble Beam does 2-shot. Don't have to worry about dying after a resist is probably where we want to be here. Alright, we're on rain. So yeah, I think we just smacked this thing down a few times and that should be the end of it. Yeah, we should be good. Swap in main food to fake it out at some point if we need to. So it probably sends in either one of these realistically. What do we want to do against Nidorino? Double kick could do a lot. So who do we want against it? Whoever goes against it is probably going to need a patch of berry. Herdier. No, not with double kick. Hans, what are you doing? No confusion. Yeah, this may be where we want to be at. Okay. Yeah, I think we swap in Dollar here. Confusion a couple times. Throw an Oranberry on it for good measure. So, that should be that. And what do we do with Shanks? That is the question. And Spark, Double Kick, and Bite. It's got great coverage here. Info can take a lot. It switches in, it doesn't really have to worry about the Intimidates, and that's good. Good Fake Out. I don't know if we can risk a Rock Smash, depending on what it switches into. Chewy Spark kind of just does too much for you to stand up to regardless. Execute, what are you doing here? Bite can do a lot, and Bullet Seed even at 2 hits. 2 hits doesn't do a ton, but if it gets even 3 hits, it's going to do more than Confusion significantly, so it may just be worth the risk. Okay, yeah, we're probably just going to have to go for it against Shanks. Oops, not Horsey. Execute. And main food for Fake Out. Haunts actually outspeeds this thing. If it raises this attack, we could die to a crit Spark. That could be rough. But we don't really have a ton of other options. We'll bring it in. Don't outspeed here. Spark can do way too much. Ironically, we may want to bring in Herdier. Outspeeds. Maybe Baby Doll Eyes can do something. Yeah. Throw a Mornberry on it since I can activate in between Double Kick. Alright, cool. That shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta play around those crits. Alright, so Tortuga first. Doppler next. Then execute the Moonfu. Then Haunts and yeah, then Pupper. Okay. His job wasn't to go up against Nidorino Doppler. We can give Doppler a Pidgeotto, but the rest of them are grabbing an Oranberry. Super Ricky next. And there's only one more before we get to Sleepport. This guy doesn't have anything, right? No, right, okay. Alright, Super Ricky, let's go. Hello, Apon. Meet Shelly, my normal resist. What do I want Shelly to use again? Right, we just smack down here. And if it's... whoops, we used the wrong one, but that's okay because it fakes out anyway. Oh, nice crit fake out. So we can aqua jet if we need to. Ooh, sand attack. That's not great. At least we didn't take damage, so maybe if we just hit through it, won't be an issue. Okay, so it's just gonna double hit or maybe sand attack from here on. Nice. Okay, hey, how much does aqua jet do? At least a quarter. Looks good to me. Ah, miss. Yeah, even crits are not doing a ton to us. We are perfectly fine here. Nice. Alright, so here it sends a Nidorino. At 27 health, even with an Oran Berry, I don't know if we can really do much here. Worst it can do is double kick twice and crit with both. Do 14 damage and then for 24. Actually, I'm confused. What does it say 28 is the next? Oh, right, because 14, duh. I can do maths, I swear. Alright, so, 28 damage. Okay, so yeah, it can technically KO, but after the first hit, it's activating one berry, so we're good to stay in and just try and hit a smackdown. Oh, and sand attacks again. Well, hey, if we hit through it, works for me. And get your Black Sludge recovery. Sand attacks again. Okay. Well, I mean, we can't really stay in again. We can't really come in against anything else, so might as well. Yeah, might as well try and get that one extra hit. See if we can at least. Alright. Darn. It still ends up with it not being a full health after I do switch in. Well, either way, Doppler's coming in. Double kick's gonna do practically nothing here. There we go. Let's go try and poison tail the Doppler. It gets Black Sludge. I don't think it's worth reflecting here if we're trying to play on crits, but I think we can assume that it's not just going to crit every time. Why does it keep using sand attack? Jeez. It's really just trying to mess us up here. Okay. We have reflect up for the moment. Maybe we just switch in main food to take something? I can go a little bit, I guess. It has poison point. Poison tail can do a lot to main food. It sand attacked us multiple times. I think we just gotta reset that. And we have the reflect to keep us safe. Really? Alright, look, if I hadn't been sand attacked again, I might try and fake it out, but I'm just gonna switch back into bubble. Why is it so obsessed with going for all these sand attacks right now? Alright, come on. Okay. Okay, reflect ward off. Dollar's over here, 23 health. And a shock. Still never kills. So let's try this. Okay, so just poison tails. It did get that crit. Well, it never sand attacks here at least. So let's just switch in main food and hit that fake out and don't get poisoned. Jesus, what is up with you hitting all these crits? Sheesh. Well, at least it triggers the Oranberry. Hi, Luxio. Alright, so we've got main food out here with 32 health that is poisoned against Luxio. And I am at -1 attack. Well, I don't think it sees a kill here, does it? No. So there's a chance it goes for Howl. Spark. Stuntion one shot. I think what's that speeds? I think I need to Rock Smash here. To get that lower defense. No crit. Okay, let's get that regenerator healing. Now, Hans over here is coming out of full health against Luxio. Spark can do a lot to me. So, I may be better off just going Scramble and seeing. Yeah, I'm better off going Scramble here. Don't paralyze me, please. Of course, as soon as I say it. Well, alright. Let's hope the Bullet Seed can hit more than twice, because a Bite does not kill me here. Hey, no Air Flinch. Nice. Nice crit.
Okay, now at 26 health, I'm pretty sure there's at least a chance it kills me here. Yeah, crit bite kills. I need to switch out to Haunts. And now that I outspeed it, we are good to go. That Maya's defense did wonders for the bullet seed damage. There we go. Alrighty. Need to be careful. Who's poison? Maybe it is. Well, it's a good thing I have Regenerator. 22 health, okay. 1, 2, 19, 18. Okay. So, Infu's at 18 health. I should be good to get to the Poké Center. Make sure to just double check. Thank you, cutscene, for not counting the steps, of course. Yeah, 18. $16, $15, $14. Okay, yeah, we're good. Had some weird, well, I guess it's not weird misses when you get sand attack that many times, but I had some unfortunate hacks happen there. But it is nice that the Paraflinch never didn't get us to miss anything with Scramble and no flinch on main food. Alright, so I only have one more trainer until Slateport, and that is Tuber Haley over here. So she's leading off with Mainfu. Now, I'm not sure why it has Helping Hand. I don't think she can ever be part of a double battle. Anyway, so she is at 29 speed. My own Mainfu is at 32. Okay, so I can outspeed and fake out potentially. At the same time, you can potentially do a lot here. It's never gonna, it's always gonna go for Force Palm, never goes for Reversal. Unless it goes for Rock Tomb. Never does that on the first turn, but because, you know, fake out flinch. If it does it on the second, it'll then outspeed and maybe Reversal does something. Okay, so is there an easier way to do this? Well, Rock Tomb can do a lot to Pidgeotto. You'll outspeed after one of them. Air Cutter never one-shots it. Okay. Shelly, how are you feeling about this? Not great. Not great. Okay. Doppler, you probably are in a good position here. Rock Tomb can do a lot, but Confusion does more. A lot more. Even if both Rock Tombs crit, it only, yeah, even if both Rock Tombs crit, it's less than a coin flip to KO, less than a third of a chance. So yeah, Doppler, I think you just Confusion this down. We'll give you a, it never goes for Force Palm, we'll give you an Oran Berry to help you out. I'm curious, if it was at 1 HP, would it ever go for Reversal? No, still no. Cool. Alright, so after that, I've got Doppler out. Between Netterina and Flappy, he's got Fire Punch, which does do more. It's gonna outspeed.
Maybe it just sees a fast kill with Nidorina with Venoshock. Yeah. Yeah, it probably just sees a fast kill with Nidorina. Okay, so if that's the case, it tries to Venoshock whoever comes in against it. Let's say Infu. Ooh, I'm not doing a ton to it. Okay. What about Shelly? Are you doing much? Not compared to Shockwave. Tortuga, what are you up to? Diamond Shockwave. Okay. Pretty much everything dies to Shockwave here. Except Execute, who can Dynamite Shock. Great. Okay, so that's not ideal. Honestly, we may just need Penguin to come in here, hope it doesn't get hit too many times. Have Pechaberry on it if it wants to Toxic us. We'll just hope we can Bubble Beam it down. I think that's our best answer there, and we'll have more pivots later. Against Flaffy here, I'm pretty sure Execute can do at least decent. Fire Punch can deal a lot. Fire Punch can deal a lot, but it can paralyze too. Just paralyze me and confuse. Hans, what are you doing? Fire Punch doesn't do much against you. Shockwave does. Vulnerable to confuse, right? But Cherry Berry keeps Thunder away from being too big of an issue. Okay, Herdier. You probably don't die. Tackle. Cut a Tackle and Bite actually can do the same thing here. Tackle just having more damage rolls. Probably having the best here. Identical Bite, but yeah, speed. Has static. Maybe I just have to try and exit with Bite. Either way, I guess I'm just trying to bring in the best I can here. So let's bring in Hans since it outspeeds. Yanfu, outspeed. Speeds. Fake out is good. Regenerator helps. Shockwave does a lot though. Alright. But I think I need Execute Herdier here. Herdier isn't that important, so if it happens to die, I don't need to throw away the run. Alright, let's go. Doppler first. Oh, there it is. Doppler, gotta have Prinflop here. There's Horse. Infu, Execute, and Herdier. Good. Now, as far as the items, Doppler, you're going up against Minfu. It should never force call you, so we're just going to give you an Oranberry. Penguin, you're primarily going up against Nidorina, so we're worried about it trying to poison you, so we'll throw you a Pechaberry. It's probably going against Flaffy, so we're gonna throw it at Cherry Berry. Everybody else is I'm primarily worried about going against Flaffy and getting paralyzed. sure not bringing Scramble in against Nidorino. So we're giving you all cherry berries. And if Nidfu happens to get poisoned, or if Herdier does, probably not the end of the world. Oops. Alright, let's go. Okay, yeah, we're good. Hi, Haley. This is Ball. Do we struggle up here? No, we always just confusion. With any luck, maybe we'll confuse. Whoa, okay. Well, that did crit. Okay, so... we're 25. So the question here is, does a Rock Tomb crit ever kill a 25? If it crits, it needs a max roll. I think we're fine. So just don't max roll crit. Okay, good. Now 19 health is not going to get us far. Doesn't end the arena. I imagine 19 health. Did see that kill with Venoshock we were talking about. And the question is with crits. Ooh. Venoshock actually cannot possibly one-hit KO, so we can get off a confusion here. Oh, just talk success. Okay. Well, we can't stay in, of course, but either way, we get off that confusion. Huh. And it got confused, too. Of course, the Lumberry heals it, but still. Alright. So we get hit by the poison, and we're just going to swap out Penguin here for its main role against an arena. So it goes for the Venoshock. They don't take too much, so we can just Bubble Beam. Nice, so we just heal that off with the Pecha Berry. Shockwave doesn't kill here. Nice. Alright. Hello, Flappy. I'm curious if Flappy can actually kill. So I'm at 32 right now. Now, assuming it doesn't try and status me. Oh yeah, Shockwave absolutely can OHKO, especially with Magnet. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for our plan. Right now we just swap in Minfu, and then we'll be swapping around. Oops. Okay, I accidentally hit the hotkey for extreme fast forward. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna swap in Minfu. Because Scramble against a fire punch would not be doing too hot. Ah, just confuse rays. Interesting. So we have confusion damage to worry about. Okay. We're fine to try and fake out, though. Nice. So that's one turn of confusion went through. And now we can just rock smash. Yeah, even if we hit confusion, we don't die to a shockwave. Come on, rock smash. Nice. Alright, lower defense. We like to see that. Ooh, does paralyze. Healed up with Cherry Berry, but it may still go for Thunder Wave. Yeah, okay, so we're just paralyzed again. Okay. On the bright side, Parafusion was rough though. We could try and get off another Rock Smash, but I think we're better off just healing off the confusion, because now it has to go for Shockwave. And yeah, we can just move over into Execute here. As long as it doesn't crit, we should, yeah, we're at 37, we do not have to worry about a Fire Punch KOing. Now the Flappy is at -1 defense, so Bullet Seed over here, even at 2 hits, is going to be doing more than confusion. Alright, so yeah, we're good to go. Into Bullet Seed we go. See how many hits we can get. Got the 3rd. Can we get a 4th? Nope. Okay, no problem. Oh, looks like we win. Well, now we actually have access to hidden power, and someone is poisoned. It is Doppler. Okay. We have 16 health. Let's keep track of it. I think we can get to the focus center here. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. This is the wrong way. Okay, no, we cannot get past that. Okay, so do we want to give this an Orange Berry or a Pecha Berry? We can. Pecha Berries are technically. We're just gonna give it an Orange Berry for now. If we have to use a couple. Oh wait, I didn't mean to give it a hold. I meant to use it. Okay. Yeah, using 2 Orange Berries should get us there. Okay, we actually didn't need to use the second one, but that's fine. Orange berries are not exactly a super scarce resource. Only use them for so long. Technically, they're a healing item we don't have to spend money on later, but like, I'm not worried. Okay, cool. So, now that we have all that taken off, we've saved at the focus center. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and grab our Sleepboard encounter before we start trying to plan for aqua grunts. We can just do that. And let's buy some great balls here. 2 at a time. Oh, we don't get Premier Balls for that? Okay, no problem. Definitely it. Alrighty, so we have Pokemon with compound eyes in the front, and we've got our Stasser Scramble. So let's fish. Let's see what we get. Okay, Weasel. I can work with this. Oh no, my fire attacks are weakened. Sleep powder. Nice. And let's go ahead and use one of the Great Balls. Yeah, Great Ball against a Sleeping Weasel, we should be good. Nice. There we go. So what do you name Weasel anyway? That's the question. Oh. Tails. Yeah, Tails. Alright, well I can absolutely live with a Weasel. Just restore PP and everything. Oh, I almost forgot. Before I check that out, I need to go in here. Here we can grab the black glasses. Nice. Let me just double check the documentation here, make sure I didn't miss anything else in the slate board. No, those are heart scales, no more candies. Potion stones are sold. Okay, now we're good. Should be at least... Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Black glasses is a good option to have. Okay, so let's see what Weasel has to offer us. First, I forget, was Weasel mainly attack or special? Physical, okay, cool. And in here, what are the possible abilities? Swift Swim or Water Veil. So I imagine Swift Swim doesn't have too much use. Oh right, I was looking up the Water Veil. Cannot be burned. I mean, that could potentially have some use if I'm switching it against fire types since, you know, it is water type. Okay, so Weasel. Let's... Tails. Okay, so you got Swift Swim. Okay, that might be the more consistently useful, maybe. I mean, nothing crazy. Either way, Bashful Nature, I'll take neutral stat gains. IVs. Interesting. I'm not too worried about the special attack IVs, I guess. Ironically, you have decent defensive and speed IVs, but terrible attack IVs. Okay, well, we should be able to get past that. Never hurts to have that bit of extra bulk now. Let's get this leveled up. It's at level 10 now. doesn't evolve till level 26, okay. Gets Ice Beam at 27, do we have to worry about Floatzel here? No, it gets Ice Fang after that, and it gets like Hydro Pump and stuff, but I'd rather it have like Liquidation and stuff, which Floatzel gets, so yeah, don't have to worry about that. I guess we can scale to get it. No, it gets Fake Out at 21 anyway. Okay, cool. Alright, got double hit. Sonic Boom. I mean, it's gotta have more use than Water Sport. I mean, that falls off quick, but still. Okay, level 17. Okay, so we have our updated team there. Haven't put in the damage calculator yet, but I don't think we want to try taking on Camper Gabby early. We can grab the rare candy and encounter up there after Brawly. Or not after Brawly, after the Museum Grunts, before Brawly's gem. So, on to this. Who do we want against both Murkrow and Marini? Because I feel like we may have something that can take on both of them. Tortuga. Smackdown does not always KO. Let's get Nightshade. Yeah, between Smackdown and the Aqua Jet. Going 45. He has a Lumberry. We only need to deal 2 extra damage between Smackdown has a lot of rolls that end up with 32 though. Aqua Jet. There is a legit chance that we don't two-shot. And against Marini, like its only real option has been a shock here, but I don't know. Against Marini, maybe we just want to have Doppler here. I mean, Venoshock, if we're not poisoned, can't do that much. If we start with it out, can have a Pecha Berry on it. Confusion probably doesn't two-shot, but definitely 3-shot. Thing is, I don't know if we can really do much against Murkrow here. Yeah, because it go for either Wing Attack or Payback. Not that we ever move first, but we can't really do much to it. Okay. And Fook, you don't really do much to Murkrow, do you? No. Execute can get messed up by Wing Attack. Pidgeotto, how are you doing? Well, you don't have speed, and you aren't really even two-shotting this either. Okay, hey Choodle, you can't even get crit. What are you up to here? Well, never melt ice. Ice Fang was pretty much always a two-shot here, so I don't have to worry about you dying to it, but you're not doing much against Marini, and I'm just about giving it a free turn. Surskit, you probably are not having a great time against Murkrow. No. Wing attack is always an OPO. Ouch. Okay. So, Prinplup, what are you doing? Okay. Alright, let me do this. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna export again, both to get Weasel in here, but also so I can check my hidden powers on everything. Okay, so first we get Weasel in here. Hey, we have 12 bonds. We can we can create 2 fully different teams. Anyway, what were those hidden powers? Okay, so Doppler's over here with hidden power Ghost. That ain't gonna do much against Murkrow. Execute has hidden power Poison. Okay. Ponyta's over here with Ghost again. Ooh. Manfu isn't really doing much on the special side. It has hidden power Electric. So if we replaced Double Slap realistically, at least Pound does consistent damage. Hidden power Electric. You're still not really doing much against Murkrow, huh? Still not a 2-hit KO. Okay. So on the other hand, even though it's not, you're not speeding, are you? No. At the same time, hidden power Electric. Maybe we can do something that against Marie. Not ideal, but like, it's there. It doesn't make contact. We'll keep it in mind. Okay. Prinplup, you have hidden power Grass. You're not in love with Growl. Hidden power Grass. If you use that against Marini, it doesn't do much. It is neutral and it doesn't make contact, but it's still, that's not doing a ton. Certainly not doing much to Murkrow. Let's see. Ooh, Weasel, you have hidden power around. So first, do you do anything against Murkrow? Not particularly. What about against Marie? Did you hidden power Ground? I mean, at that point, we just Sonic Boom now. Okay. So Weasel's hidden power isn't doing much for us. Pidgeotto, you again have hidden power Ghost. Horsey, it's flying, doesn't do much. Surskit's poison, don't like that. Jewel's fire, Tortuga's steel. Aha! Herdier has hidden power ice. So that's interesting. Probably better than Tackle. At that point I just covet. Interestingly, even though it outspeeds, almost never 2 shots, covet always does. again, at least in the question of trying to find a lead that would work against both Murkrow and Marini, it doesn't look like hidden power helps. So that's probably a no-go. Against finding something that works for both in the first place. So what do we want to do here? Because we can't heal or switch teams in between fights, of course. So, because I'm so worried about Marini's poison more than I am about Murkrow's damage, I probably want to lead with something that takes care of Marini and switch into something that comfortably takes care of Murkrow. Okay. So yeah, lead with something that comfortably takes care of Marini. What would that be? Would that be Doppler? Yeah, I think that'd be Doppler with Pesh Berry, so we'd lead with Doppler. Okay. And over here with Murkrow, what do we need against you? Can we rely on Tortuga here? Yeah, if we give this an Oran Berry, I think between Smackdown and Aqua Jet, yeah. Yeah, between Smackdown and Aqua Jet, we only need 2 more damage, which is pretty likely for us to get that somewhere. It's at least pretty realistic. If we don't, I think we can survive to at least Aqua Jet again. Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, so because there's 6 Pokemon, unless we can find something that takes out multiple, we are kind of stuck with having to use one answer for each mon. So, do we have anything that can consistently deal with Frillish after Doppler deals with it? Well, against Doppler, who do they even send out? Oh, they probably just send out Whirlipede and go for Pin Missile. Because yeah, it already outspeeds. Maybe if I end up poisoned and lower on health, Frillish sees a kill with Hex, but it probably goes Venipede to see that Pin Missile kill. Okay. So, who can we switch into Venipede easily? I think assuming Pin Missile does 3 hits but crits for all of them is where it would be. Is what I would be calcing on. Seems like a good middle of the road thing. I'll just calc off 5 hits. That probably does a bit more than 3 with crit, right? Yeah, I just calc off 5 hits with no crits. Okay. So, not really doing a lot there. Okay, Ponyta. Pin Missile does a fair bit, and damage ranges overlap, so realistically Poison Tail, Pin Missile again, or just roll out. That's rough. Don't get me wrong, even at +1 we outspeed, but Flame Wailing into that Rocky Helmet is not great, and at +2 the turn after only getting off one move if we switch in and outspeeds us. So that's rough. Grimglop, what are you doing? Not in a great spot. And Phil, if you come in, you take a fair bit. I think that's going to chip you down with the Rocky Helmet even more, but at least then you can switch out. I don't even know what move it goes for, because the damage ranges are going to overlap for everything we're rolled out, really. Herdier? Not doing much. Okay, Surskid is probably just dead on arrival. Horsey, what are you up to? Probably dying to pin missile. Okay, Jewel, you can't get crit, so pin missile does so much, and I'm not doing a lot. Man, this whirlipede is rough. Bug poison. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that list of hidden powers again. Oops. Okay, scripting. There we go. Oops. Okay, so back to hidden powers. Let's see. Ghost ain't gonna do much. Poison, no. Ghost, electric, grass. Aha. Okay, so Weasel does have hidden power ground. We'll just replace Growl with that. Hidden power ground against Whirlipede. What are we looking at here? Oof. Yeah, even if it doesn't just die to second pin missile, we're kinda... Sonic Boom does far more at that point. Okay. So, hidden power ground on Weasel is not how we take care of that. Ghost. Actually, hold on. Pidgeotto. You? Missile can't do all that much to you. It never goes for rollout. It always tries to finish shock. Let's see. You don't make contact. You won't outspeed, but I give you an Oran Berry. Is Pidgeotto my best answer here? I almost never 2-hit KO with Air Cutter though. Pin Missile probably doesn't do that much damage, right? This one gets 5 hits. Well, let's just take a minimum roll. 15. Assuming it doesn't crit, I may have a shot here. Let me double check those other hidden powers. Ghost. Now, Horsey is flying, but I'm not confident it can do much here. Power flying. No, okay. Poison. Now, Cheeto actually has hidden power fire. Allow moves with fire in the name. Power fire. Still not doing as much as I would want to, especially not with how much Pin Missile can potentially do. Okay, Steel. Power Ice on Herdier isn't gonna really do much, is it? Power Ice. No, okay. Okay, so yeah. Pidgeotto may be our best bet against Whirlipede. Huh. Okay, well, I mean, when you need a flying type, doing flying type things. Because, yeah, this is fine, but if we don't get crit, it's always going for Venoshock. And most likely 3-hit KOs. Especially after a pin missile, but we do have that orange berry. I'm not worried about getting poisoned. I don't have speed, but yeah, I think I kind of just have to air cutter here and hope for the best. Okay. Yeah. Well, with that being the case, who handles Frelish? It can't hex me, but it don't have to against Pidgeotto. Hex does way too much against Execute. Look at him. Like it's a speed tie. Yeah. I know I have Hex marked as crit, but still, after taking literally anything, that's a rough spot. Minfu, can't really do too much. Prinplup, what do you got going on here? Not much. Okay, Herdier? Maybe Bite can do something. Oh, I mean, you're immune to Hex. You have speed. And crits actually don't do that much to you, all things considered. Yeah, we have to be wary of Cursed Body, but maybe that just means we have to switch to Covet. Okay, yeah, I think Herdier might be the play there, unless I'm seeing something happening with somebody else. Yeah, Minfu can't even hit the thing. Sure ain't Ponyta. Surskit, no. Okay. Yeah, alright. I think we throw in Herdier there. Alright, well, I think I have that mostly figured out. What on earth do we do against Skrelp? So if we throw Minfu, Pachberry, Orpals can still do a lot. Don't do a ton. Acid does way too much to execute. Be safe. Shadle, how are you feeling? That is a weird speed tie. That's a weird one to speed tie on. We try and bite it down. After all the protect turns it goes for, especially if we get toxic right off the rip. I don't know. Trying to I'd have to try and flinch with bite. I don't know. Surskit, you surprisingly don't take too much even from crits, but you also aren't doing a ton. Horsey, what you got for us? Not a lot. Not a lot. Weasel. Sonic Boom. Interesting. Sonic Boom can maybe do something here.
Tortuga thing. Oh no. Oh no. Solid rock makes it rough. Let's see. Even if we gave you black classes, that doesn't help the damage ranges too much, so you'll just want to pitch a berry. Let's see. Weasel. Let me check those hidden powers again. Because poison and water. And what would you do if you had hidden power electric? A lot, actually. You're taking so much too, though, from Water Pulse. Yeah, I don't know if we can... That's not consistent. Primplup, you actually have Hidden Power Grass, but that's just neutral. Does Hidden Power Ground help us here? No, we just Sonic Boom. Okay, Ghost Flame, some Fire, Steel. I doubt this is how we do anything, but no, we have to have Tortuga for. Gotta have Tortuga for Murkrow. It probably doesn't want to send in its own Tortuga. It's slower, although it does deal more damage. And it may do it if it sees a brine. But it probably just sends in Skrelp over here because it's faster and probably sees a Kel with Water Pulse anyway. So yeah, Tortuga not doing a ton for us. Already, no. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. What do we do against you, Skrelp? Acid does a lot to Weasel. Sonic Boom will almost certainly 3 a KO. Yeah, I'm worried about that Black Sludge though. Because if it protects on the right turns, maybe. Black Sludge is 1/16, right? Okay, so it's only Black Sludge is only getting to each turns. No. So Sonic Boom does 3-shot. I am faster. I think we have to use Weasel's Sonic Boom here. And we'll say that's the go-to. Okay. Next, we have Tortuga. And here there be dragons. So Brian we're gonna be below half health, and Brian will almost certainly kill at that point. Doesn't choose to Ancient Power. Don't know who I send in here. Prinplup does a lot with Bubble Beam. Remind me what its hidden power was. It was grass. Oh yeah, it's speed. It has Aqua Jet. If we get rid of that Rindo Berry... Oh, hidden power grass 2 shots. If we get rid of that Rindo Berry, not from plucking, but just from using hidden power grass, we 2-shot it. We just have to survive 2 hits. I mean, we hope it doesn't get the Omni Boost, but honestly, even if it does, at +1 speed, it doesn't outspeed us. Special defense isn't gonna, without a Rindo Berry, it's not gonna change how much damage that does. Okay, yeah. At +1 attack, I should be a little worried about Aqua Jet though, but we resist Aqua Jet. We just throw on an Orange Berry, we'll probably be fine, even if it happens to get an Omni Boost. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to need to teach this hidden power grass instead of growl, but I think we have the museum grunts figured out. Alright, let's do it. So we can close this out, go back here. So first let's get the team together. So, Dollar, you're first. Okay, then we have Tortuga. After that, we've got Pidgeotto, of all things. Okay, that's what these challenges are about. Gotta squeeze every last bit of usefulness we can. We want Herdier next. Then we want Weasel. And then we want Prinplup. Okay. So, before we give anyone items, we need to give Prinplup hidden power grass. Alright, get out of here, Growl. And hey, Herdier, while we're here, Herdier should probably learn Secret Power in place of Tackle. Okay, cool. Do we want Herb to do that too? Yeah, it's gotta be better than Tackle. Get out of here, Tackle. Alrighty, so there we go. Oh, right. Gotta go in the harbor. Before I do though, I need to give everybody items here. So, Bubble, your job is to take care of Greenie. So, we're giving you a Pidgeberry to help avoid the poison. Shelly, you're taking care of Murkrow. We just need to focus on keeping you healthy. So, Oranberry it is. Now, Herb.
are there to take out whirlipede. It should never go for poison tail against you. Well, it can. It should never go for rollout. Oh wait, that's Weasel. Oh, yeah. So, it should never go for poison tail against you. It should only go for Venoshock. So, we don't have to worry about poison. We just want to keep you healthy. So, Warnberry it is. Now, against Frillish, we've got Pupper over here. Yeah, there we go. So, against this, we're far more worried about keeping it healthy than anything, because, yeah, Bite is already in a two-shot, so Warnberry it is. We shouldn't have anything else statusing it, so, and we can't get affected by Hex anyway. Now, back to the first trainer. Tails, your job is to take out Skrulp with Sonic Boom. Since we're mostly worried about you getting poison and stalled out with Toxic, you're getting a Pidgeotto here. And Penguin, since you're against Tortuga, all you have to worry about is keeping you healthy and out of brine range too. So, Warnberry to you. Alright, everyone has their items. We are good to go. Alright. Well, regardless of how this goes, the aqua grunts here are the last thing we're going to be doing for this session. So, let's get in the museum and see what happens. Alright, go ahead and give us our TM. I don't see myself using Swagger here. Okay. Just double checking the team. Yeah, we're good. So, Ball, you're not here to lead against Murkrow. We're swapping in Shelly. Nice side effect that we get to just take a wing attack here. So we smack down first. Nice crit, Shelly. Okay, sure. Just immediately sends out Skrulp. Okay, so here's the question. Against Skrulp, we were sending a Weasel to just Sonic Boom it down. However, if we can get in a move against it, that may help our chances here. Stop Toxic, but does Water Pulse have a KO here? Yes, okay. I don't think we can risk that, especially not just to get in a smackdown, especially not a normal resist. If something weird happens with Tails, we just... maybe we can switch it back in. Okay, so it Toxics immediately. So... there's the Pidgeotto we have. So we go ahead and Sonic Boom. Well, it's at full health, so Protect won't do much for it. Acid. Whoa, okay. nice crit. So we're at 28. Jeez. Well, now we have to worry about... No, nothing one-hit KOs here. Okay. Okay. No, we're good. Sonic Boom will definitely kill here, even if it protects again. Okay, there we go. Good, good. So, now we got through that. Tortuga comes out. And Penguin, this is what you trained for, buddy. Go for it. Brines, we take very little. Perfect. So, and we empower grass. Alright. There we go. Ancient power. No buff, please. Okay, good. Aqua Jet shouldn't do much. There we go. Nice. Okay. Alright. On to the second one. So nothing too weird happened there. We're good to go. Went according to plan. Now we just have to get through this one. Alright, ball. No reason to try and outstall it here, especially with it trying to toxic, so we just go for confusion, which, yeah, should always three-shot. Huh, it did toxic. Interesting. So it heals a bit. We're at 37. So finish shot crits are guaranteed 3 KOs. I don't know why it soaked me, but you know what? We take those. Alright, one more confusion should do it. Which berry, thank you. Oh, that did not KO. And I guess that black sludge really is doing. The black sludge really did help it out there. Well, it definitely can't survive this next one. There we go. Okay, so at 27, it should, yeah, just send in the whirlipede. So, ball over here at 27 health. I'm actually a water type. Let me... where's water? Ah, there's water. So I'm only a water type against this whirlipede. Counts what to go for off a 3-hit pin missile, and it always goes for the pin missile. That gets 5 hits. Yeah, it's just a guaranteed OCO. Honestly, even 3 hits. Oh no. 5 hits is a guaranteed OCO. I just have to stick to the plan and go into Burb. And we air cutter from there. just rolled out. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. That's not good at all. Let me see. Roll out doubles, right? Yeah. 30, 60. Okay, I can. I only have to worry about roll out, but I'm at 43 health now. This is not good at all. Canto Cody. I think I need to feather dance here of all things. Lord. Okay, so I'm 35. We feather dance. It's a -2 attack. We just assume it outspeeds everything now, because it does. Okay, so I'm at 35 health. And 20, but attacks at -2. Well, that still doesn't one-shot. This always has a chance to miss, but like... Okay, what's it do against Shelly? Not much, actually. Okay. Yeah, we switch here. Eat our Oranberry. With a -2 attack here, we should be okay. Now, we need you to smack this down. It still hasn't missed, but chances aren't that high. Yeah. 6, 12, 24, 480. I'm only at 17 health. Oops. Yeah, it's a guaranteed OCO. Is there anything that doesn't immediately die here? That penguin at 32 health. Penguin may be okay. I have to risk it because I can't get rid of my normal resist here. I simply can't. Oh, okay. Just barely. Lord, okay. So at 11 health, it can go for anything here, but it's at -2 attack. Okay, so at -2 attack, it outspeeds everything now. Herbs at 35 health. I think I gotta switch in burp here. Okay, pin missile. Good. Yeah, -2 attack pin missiles are not doing much. This is good, this is good. Oh, that's... Wish it didn't hit 5 times, but... Jeez. Alright, let's air cutter this. There's no point in feather dancing again. Yeah, just finish Ox. Come on. Okay. Nice crit, Herb. Nice crit, Herb. Okay, so, Frillish. This is what we were saving Pepper for. Alright, we just have to bite this and go. No cursed body. Flinch. Nice, okay. And that is the Museum Aqua Grunts defeated. Alright. Well, that was stressful. I had to dodge crits like crazy there, but, I mean, sometimes that whirlipede can just send you straight back to the truck, jeez. Honestly, I probably should have feather danced a second time there at first, but, oh, no, then Bird wouldn't have really had the health to do much of anything. Thank you for the heal. Okay. Well. Alright, we did it. We got through Aqua Grunts, the Museum Aqua Grunts, with no deaths. So I'm just gonna head back to the PC Pokemon Center. Alright. We're just gonna have the seat at the table, cool off, save the game. Alright. And next time, this is it for now. Next time, we're going to be getting our new encounter on Route 110. Hopefully grabbing something with static to maybe get Tokenomaru from Granite Cave, and then seeing if we can take on Raleigh's gym. Alright, that'll end it off here. Have a good one.